Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. A little bit of a late start here today. Sorry about that. So, Friday took the first loss in the challenge, but something else also happened on Friday. I'll let you guys know. Rockstar is now officially partnered up with Elite Trader Funding. So I've never done a trader eval before. So what I'm going to do is, it's even harder than my own self challenge. The parameters are stricter, and I am going to take it on and double up. Trade. Hold on, I'm on space. Trade the eval account. Never done one before. Show you guys what it's like. Pretty soon we'll have a link for y'all to use, and I get you guys a nice little discount for it as well. Friday got squeezed and then just took a loss on that on Friday. First loss of the month. But at the same time, our partnership went official late last week, so it's now time to start showing off what our friends at Elite Trader Funding do. I'll tell you guys more about it when we get started. Just hang tight, talking about the market in the morning. So I'm going to be doing two different things at once, and since I'm going to be doing that, I might also shift to doing this in futures because I need to start doing some options on top of that. So I'm contemplating starting my options challenge at the same time as well. Music's not, oh my bad. Why does it always do this? I'm trying to, yeah, I'm getting a late start here, you guys. Sorry about that. You guys may be excited to see an opening below triple B. We've got market trading in between the DD bands. All three indices looking great, nice and solid. We're starting in about 2 minutes, getting the market fresh and hot. Nice couple bull runs we had in the last couple days. We'll see if this does survive and last. It's going to be good to see this going. Now, I have some parameters and I have some secrets on how I think I'm going to beat this eval account, my first one. So we'll see if it works. The trick, I believe, is all about position sizing. You have to do it the right way. The loss tolerance is very, very, very small. Put together a spreadsheet for myself to take a look at. Hold on. Bottom, top left. Okay. So right now we're opening rational. No catalyst below triple B, nothing on VIX. So we're looking pretty nice and solid here. Just as I can't do everything on one screen because of real estate, I'm still going to be trading my other challenge kind of off screen, but I really do want to show off what's going on in ETF since it's my first time to ever do this. So I'm going to be doing this. This is considered a paper eval account, so maybe I should put on the screen somewhere that this is not real money here. But I'll be mirroring the same trades in my other account, but I really do want to show off the ETF stuff today and do that challenge on top of it. And I might start doing options probably next week as well, and I can do both at the same time. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I've been Elite Trader Funded. Yeah, I've never done it before, so let me talk about my strategy here in just a second. My position size is gonna be limited to about 3 maximum. So I did a little bit of a calculation. I'm not gonna share it publicly. I'm only gonna share it in the courses on what I use as my strategy to do this. So the strategy is gonna be a top secret positional strategy that I'm gonna use. Only a certain kind of trade I'm gonna do to make it even harder. Since a lot of you guys are doing that, we are officially partnered with ETF. If you guys want to check them out, I'll have a link for you sometime the next day or two. We got to check out what they have to offer. Like I said, I've never done it before, and I'm only doing it. So the letters coming through here. Oh, here we go. Never done it before, so call me on the space here. There we go. Okay, market's opening. Oh, nice. BLU on the S&P. We have a random spot through liquidity pocket as we go through here. A 403 bounce would be a random trade. 402 as a hold, trade from here to here is likely to happen once a hedge pressure break becomes irrational. Inside of here, if DD comes in positive and resilience stays nice and positive, looking like a bounce from bull zone back to here. Nice little V shot from here to here. Let's take a look at QQQ. And the reason, so I'm going to do this trader funding just to see if I can challenge myself even harder. The loss tolerance is really tight compared to my other previous setup, which I was allowing myself a 12.5% maximum loss. So the way that I'm designing it here is to keep myself within a particular drawdown range to beat the stats. Let me share. I'm trying to find the spreadsheet that I made. And I'll be mirroring the same trades in my real account at the same time. But for some reason, I wasn't able to combine, so I could switch between those two accounts and my real account in the same TradeAvate instance. So I'd have to keep a second TradeAvate instance open, so I can't do them both on the same screen. If you guys know how to do that, let me know. Where is my... There we go. Here it is, okay. So if I maintain an 80% win rate and I stay within my position size, what I'm doing is I'm mirroring out a position size just to trade against pivots only under certain circumstances. My max contract size is going to be 3 when I know 1 risk interval is the max loss. It's going to be 6 when I know 1/2 risk interval is the max loss. And this is for a 250,000 eval account. On an 80% win rate, if I stay that course, 60% win rate takes about 17 days at 3 contracts, about 12 to 13 days on 3 at that win rate that I was maintaining. Nope. Did I blow my account? No, absolutely not. We've been waiting for this partnership to go through, and it just officially went through. Thursday, we had our first space. Friday, I got the account set up, and we're just going to switch our business focus and also do this at the same time. This is my other account. So my personal challenge is still going on. Streak lost on Friday, unfortunately, so we're still trading. But I'm also going to do this at the same time. I really want you guys to check it out. So Elite Trader Funding is a program that does trader funding. If you guys have never done it before, what you do is you pay a monthly subscription and you get to go through an evaluation challenge, and I'll show you a little bit about it while I'm waiting. So what I'm going to do is on a bull long up, bull long down, I'm going to trade hedge pressure to monthly hedge. There is no trade off of here just yet. Nice and rational. This is type 1 resilience. So the upper band is support, so anytime right up in here is going to be support. So you guys may notice in our Discord, you'll see some changes. You'll see in their Discord, you'll also see our names up there as well. So really what I want you guys to do, and just letting you know, I'm not getting paid for this either. So I'm not getting a commission check or an affiliate check or anything. I actually turned it down. So this is something that I believe that traders need a well-rounded education. As you know, Rocket Scooter has been building the world's best financial network. And inside of our network, we're just partnering with providers that we find to be reputable and people that are providing substantial and good services for everybody here to use. And so you guys might notice some changes as the months go by, you know, as we pivot one way or pivot another as these things go through. So on our end, we'll have a link for you guys to get 30% off a discount as a discount for their services. And what you do is you pay a monthly fee. You trade an evaluation account. There's different kinds, and I'll share with you the couple that they have here. 1 second. I'm on space this morning as well. It's really hard to multitask sometimes. All right, here is this. Okay, So this, some of the folks that, how I heard about these guys is some of the folks that are on this, on the staff here, actually came out of the rocket scooter community. So they're the ones that told me about it. And they say, we're going to work for this company, and they're, a trader funding program. And I've never done one before, so it's kind of cool. This is just to do it, just a double challenge. So I'll show you why it's a good challenge to try. But they're great folks. Love them. And I think that when people come to Rocket Scooter and a lot of them see me trade, they go, well, I want to get into trading, but I don't know anything about it, or I don't have much money. And, how do I get started? And most people get started in either options or penny stocks. So not a lot of people understand about the benefits of futures or futures trading, or how to get into a futures account to begin with. So this is a way to do it, to get people started. Normally I'd bounce people away. I say, well, I have friends. Normally I would send people to Matt or somebody out there who work with groups like Top Step and others. Hold on a second, I'm being called in the space. The rule of thumb we call, the candle count rule, is that in most bull markets, you'll typically see like 3 green days for every 2 days, kind of on a ratio. In most bear markets, if you actually count candles, it's 1 for 1. 1 red day, 1 green day, if you go over long periods of time. So every time you have 2 or 3 really strong green days, maybe the third one usually dips and tests that strength, and then the fourth day usually resets. And again, that's a rule of thumb, so nobody put some real science to that, but I always try to be cautious on the third day. Not chasing highs is kind of the long-winded answer I'm saying. So if I get a nice little dip, I'll take it. If the market continues to rip, I'm okay missing it, not buying at the high. So that's kind of where I'm looking today. Everything's looking strong. I love exclusive picks, man. The things you're looking at, Tesla and others, there's gonna be some pretty strong plays today, I think. So sorry about that, you guys. The DD bot today, guys. I'm so far behind today. I was trying to get the ETF stuff set up, so I'm sorry I didn't run the bot. Let me do it real quick. It's been a long weekend and a long morning. Give me 1 second, you guys. So as just to repeat, we're officially partnered up with ETF. Before anybody says anything about that, I'm not on the payroll. I do not get a paycheck from them. The affiliate commission check I turned down and said I don't want it. And all I want to do out of the goodness of my heart is promote a service I believe in, just like all of our other partners. Everyone we partnered with is a service I personally believe in. We're building an educational network here that we believe will have something for everybody at the end of the day. A trader funding program is a program where you can pay a monthly fee to practice an eval account. I'm gonna talk about the stats, everything really quickly. I'm not gonna make a trade until monthly hedge pressure, so I'm gonna have some time to talk. And then from here, what it can be is those of you who've never traded futures before, I wanna get into trading futures. It's a practice. So this is a paper trading account. This isn't real. I need to put something on the screen to say that this isn't real. It's paper money. You have stats, you have different types of evals, and I'll talk about each different one in a little bit. And what you do is you just trade, you beat the challenge, and then you get a funded account. The funded account you trade with, you get a profit split, you get a payout, and essentially it's a way for you to pay a monthly fee to earn a chance to be able to trade with real money in case you don't have a bankroll. As we demonstrated, you guys watched me trade for an entire month, how to slowly grow a small account. While it is something I'm still doing, it's very important also to showcase the things we also otherwise also do here. You're going to see some changes as Ashton and I are now building our content after the merger. So, you're going to see some shifts. I just can't focus just on trading futures all day, every day. I'm also about to start doing options as well at the same time. So I'm going to have my options account, and we're going to use a Webull account as well to start trading. But in the futures, what I really want to demonstrate, which I will mirror my other account, the same trades I do here, I also want to do options at the same time to also showcase some other content. Because we're going into week 4 of the 6-week training program. You'll see that we've changed the education. We got together last week, we've changed the program up, and we're about to start having Ashton teach his courses and options as well. So obviously while that's going on, I want to be able to showcase options trading as well to go with it. So ETF, let me tell you guys some things about it. There's different kinds of accounts. We'll do a deep dive into this today and showcase what it is. Just to showcase how each one of these things works. I'm going to test out the 2 different kinds to see which one I like better. I have a strategy for each one. I'm going to be testing out the 150K static eval. These are the rules of it. And then also testing out the 250K end of day drawdown eval. So Friday, another thing is that Friday I was getting things set up for this. And of course, my mistake trading on Friday, I did take a loss on Friday, so ended the challenge. But on, ended the streak of the challenge. So on Friday, I traded in a catalyst. I was so overwhelmed. I was on a space. Nicole is learning how to trade. I was teaching her at the same time. And I totally missed that we had a catalyst. And I didn't see in chat with anybody. It was like, hey, there's a catalyst. I went ahead and did after the fact. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Sometimes, I'm just not superhuman. I can't do 8 things at once, and I totally missed there was a catalyst. As a matter of fact, we did the class in the catalyst before. Here is your anchor, your red line, and you had a cat line. So the idea that we had an event push us irrational, turn us to a catalyst, I completely overlooked that. It happens. So we all have some mess ups. And is the music still okay? Let me run the DD bands really quick. The DD bot. We'll check this. Okay, I thought I ran it. Did it not spit it out last night? So unfortunately the streak ended. Superhumans can probably multitask to that degree, but no trading in catalyst, you gotta learn that, right? And no trading outside of DD band. What I tried to do was I tried to short the DD band because of a triple B. This is a more complicated play. This is a bigger risk. I took a bet that there could be a possible bounce there, and that all signs were actually bullish, and I literally ignored them just like an idiot. So being so distracted in the morning, being on a space, obviously I had Nicole sitting next to me. I'm teaching her the mechanics of futures. I'm reading up on ETF at the same time, streaming, all that stuff. I just overlook things sometimes that normally that you guys won't have to do that if you're not doing 10 things at once. That's why we say you have to focus. At the minute you let your guard down, you just miss something. So if you have a catalyst, which we do mark up and tell you, you don't trade beyond one risk interval catalyst, right? So as I was trying to short things back down when we hit triple B, that is not an entry point that we teach, because it can create these kind of events. You can create reversals. It's a longer term play. It's like a once a month type trade. It kind of falls out the bands of what you guys learned so far because it's a week 5 thing. If I was betting on a greater bear market or a greater volatile market, these are types of pivots that you'll see. Triple B is usually a pivot, but when you reject it like this, the market can decay and be bullish for the rest of the month, or bullish-ish. So the idea that I see this is great. I like this. So over until the third Wednesday, we have potentially more bullish plays. As long as you're not supporting here, the market's gonna be nice and tight and razor sharp pivots. So what I do love about decaying through here, as I was betting that wouldn't happen, the market is gonna actually be more bullish than I thought. So the best part about this, obviously as well, is that we have a yellow line on the S&P, which we talked about in the courses last week. The yellow line itself, remember, this is a thing that I do to talk about the curvature in the markets. We had a class on that on Friday. Right, these are just not really a trend line. It's just to show that whenever a catalyst is active, you speed up, and then when you start slowing down, the volatility collapses. Right, the catalyst is losing its steam. So I'm just gonna delete that. That created a new yellow line, obviously, so we marked that there, 42.30, and we have a couple more going up. As you see, the market opened and went right up to the yellow line. This is the thing that we teach, one of our illiquidity pivots, and now we're trading off of it as well. So this guy right here, this could be a potential resistance for the day. Sounds like it's Nicole's fault now. It's Matt's fault. I mean, I can wait like 28 days without losing a day. I mean, you guys are literally watching pure skill. I mean, you don't luck into that. Everyone loses a trading day, boohoo, pick up, go on for the next day. But I also have to do the things that are best for the business as well. So we have our network that we want you guys to hear, some cool stats on ETF. Like I said, I'm repping them. They're friends. Literally, and before anyone says anything, I always have to say, they call my name. I only support things that I believe in personally, and I am on no affiliate payroll for anybody and get no affiliate checks from anybody. So the only perk I get is they're giving me the account to play with, to test out, to show it to you guys. That's it. So I'm going to mirror my real account trades into this as well. And what you do here in this particular thing. So yeah, so it's kind of like the reality of it is I'm a real trader. I rep products that I believe in just because I believe in them. On Friday, what'd you say? Hold on, Trade Brigade is here too. Oh, what's up, Trade Brigade? Yo, what up, Matt? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. The three Matts, me and Trade Brigade and Trades Matt, the three amigos. Okay, so quickly, let's go over the stats really quick. So I got everybody's here today since we hit 200. Let's explain what we're doing. Okay, so officially, just one last time, Rocket Skiers partnering up with Elite Trader Funding. We're gonna show off as people come through here and say, hey, you know, I want to trade futures. We don't have, you know, it's like I show, okay, here's how you build an account from scratch. Well, what if somebody only has a couple $100, right? It's really hard to build an account from scratch, but if you get really good or practice with a very low monthly fee, one of these Eval accounts, you can actually earn a funded account and get paid out. They have rules on how you get paid out. They have rules on how you beat it. All it is a paper trading account. So again, it's practice, right? Paper trading is obviously not as... And I actually never paper traded a day in my life on stream. So this will be the first paper trade I've ever done in... ever? Especially on stream, never. So the idea is that you have to meet certain specifications, and it'll tell you what it is. So essentially the account I'm gonna be testing today is a end of the day drawdown. So basically what it is you have a daily loss limit, and as long as you don't pass any of these failure points, you can stay in and go to your profit target. As soon as you meet your profit target, you get a funded account, and then you trade a funded account. This will be worth 250,000, and there's a profit split on it between us and them. So if you are looking to get into a funded account situation and you don't have the means, or you're maybe newer, maybe even a student, or you just want to maybe take low risk, this is very low risk, right? It's obviously the success rate is going to be based purely on skill, because these are some very hard parameters, and I'm going to tell you why they're hard. But I guess they only, the best of the best can make it. I mean, obviously, you guys watch Papa Bear go on a 28-day win streak. It's very possible I can possibly beat this. So this is a very hard thing to do, and I want to see if I can do it. It's a lot harder than my current challenge, so we'll take a look at this. So this is what you get. You have to make 5 trading days to get your profit target. You have a daily loss limit in this kind. So basically, the daily loss limit is $4,300. It's trailing. If I go unrealized $4,300, they will close it down. So you lose, and then you pay $75 to reset it, I think is the amount. Yeah, $75. You have a point-to-point max drawdown of 7K. So like essentially what I did was I made a spreadsheet that has my strats on it. We're going to teach a class today on how to pass funded account. So do not miss this out. If you guys want to see the class that I created on how to pass a funded account using all my strategies on position sizing, this is going to be it. How do I maintain a daily loss limit of $4,300? Right, this is what you actually act like. You act like you have a $4,300 account that you can't blow up. And so it's, while 24 contracts are available as a max position, you clearly go nowhere close to that unless you are sure. And I mean sure. And I mean like golden setup, bull long up, VIX and decay, DD positive, res positive, and you're hitting all the resistances at once, pile in heavy exactly at the line with a really tight stop, because that comes really quick. I'm only going to trade the S&P, probably. It's more stable and easier to control when you're dealing with loss limits. I have a position size rule that has to do with risk intervals on how much I'm going to position in. So if I know at the distance of a DD band, and again, I'm going to show you guys a quickie trick. This is how I'm going to do it. At my current win rate, I can pass this in about 2 weeks by maintaining a risk-based, non-YOLO gain. Like I'm not going in and throwing 30 contracts or 24 contracts at one trade. The idea is that I'm going to trade within the risk tolerance of, if I lose a risk interval, I don't blow up the funded account. So if I know I have a quarter of a risk interval, there's a position size I want to take. So an example is, if hedge pressure is right here in the bottom quadrant, then there's a certain position size I would take. And if hedge pressure is in the upper quadrant, that's the whole trick. So obviously, taking the bet that at maximum I'd lose a risk interval, that is where the market goes unstable anyways, and where I'd cut my position at max loss per day, I position out so I don't lose that total amount. You guys understand that? So essentially, if you do the math, what $4,300, right, on the available 250K is like a 1.7% loss rate. So clearly you can't go in and lever up. You go in and get 3 or 4 contracts, and, you know, I mean, it's $1,500, it's $500 a contract. So if you got 3 of them, 30 points will pretty much blow you up if you lose one risk interval on 3. So imagine the allowance of 15, 20, you know, if you take your time and take it slow and only trade when it matters, you can pass this out. So ideally, I want to show that it's very possible to pass these eval accounts, because people are scared of trading futures. They hear it's very risky, and it's very, the losses can be big, and the absolute truth is that is the case. But the thing is that if you don't know what you're doing, that is the case. If you know what you're doing, you can control how much risk you take. If you understand the market and what we teach, you can absolutely control how much you're willing to lose, and you can fix that amount. So if they tell you only to lose a certain amount, you go and lose a certain amount, and you only size up that the probability of what you lose will be that amount. So when I do make trades, I'm going to mirror this. Unfortunately, I can't show this account and my real account on the same screen without a bunch of logistical flip-flopping. I'm also going to do options trading challenge starting next week as well. So I'm going to have a second screen that'll have my real Trade-O-Bait on it, my real Webull account, so I can flip-flop and show you guys that at the same time as that. But I'll be mirroring. If I make a trade here, I'll be making a trade in the same small account as well. I'm really excited to show off the ETF company to you guys. Great product, great service, great people. I love all the folks that work there. Okay, let me do the... It's possible to turn down the music? Yeah. I thought the music was turned down. And sorry, I'm getting a late start today. Where is my sound settings? Yeah, let me turn down a little bit. Oh, shit, it's on. My bad. $100K challenge is still going on. Still going on. Let me do these really quick. So SPY is going to be about 401.53. QQQ is 297.41. So the partnership eventually officially launched last Thursday. We had our first space. And I got my account on Friday to get to play with. So Friday morning, I was trying to get it all set up and then get ready to blast it out on Monday. Sometimes we'll pivot like that just because of the way things line out. But that was good that I've been wanting to get somebody to feature so that you guys can have an opportunity to check out a program like this. So you have too many things going on. I should just pass ETF challenge. Yeah, because I really do. Like ETF just started doing spaces. ETF just, you know. So I'm really excited to be showing it off. Exciting Monday. Yeah, I know. Also, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I was hospitalized 2 times 2 weeks ago for my hypertensive crisis. So I probably should start multitasking less and taking it easy. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I was hospitalized twice. High blood pressure. So I probably should take it easy. What are you guys saying? Matt, ETF looking really good. Yeah, I got along MHP. Yes, I am. I think SPY being BLU could keep from going down to MHP. No, I don't try to treat it like that and saying that instead of something's going to keep something from happening. What I like to do is I like to see that the market can bounce there, and I try to look for where it can bounce. Like I don't say SPY can keep something from happening. I say if SPY, like just because SPY is strong, can it keep from falling? I don't try to use liquidity map to predict what the stock market will be. I use liquidity map and resilience to predict where I want to enter at a certain spot. Other than that, I don't say BLU means it's going to keep going up. I look at what I have in front of me. So an example is, let me get my tablet here really quick. But yeah, it's merely a coincidence that people keep chiming in and asking. Let me find my pen here really quick. Where's my... Ow. This is merely a coincidence that I took my first loss of the challenge, my challenge, and started ETF. This is always the plan, is to do the ETF thing. So... All right, so here's what I look for. So keep answering the question, I know. Cool thing about ETF, it's real money. A lot of these firms put you in a sim after passing anyways. ETF is great, you have an account with them. Yeah, they are great. And the reason I like them is because the people that work there, they come from the same place you guys are all at right now. 3 of the folks that work there have come through the financial industry, and they used to assist and help create and still help create Rocket Scooter. So like I said, we get no financial kickback from them, or I'm not a partner of their, I mean like an equity partner of theirs, nothing. It's strictly out of the kindness and goodness of my own heart. The only thing I get is a free account to play with to demonstrate it. So that is a whatever a month value. Pennies. So So, oh, hold on, they call my name. Hey, hey. Did you meet up with them and they're good guys? Oh, absolutely. They're awesome. So the person that runs their community in the Discord, one of their community managers used to be our community manager. So another they have a Slacks essentially. You guys love Slacks. He's like the best guy on the planet. So so prior to Slacks picking up that role, Zag Nation used to run our community in just the same light, and he is monumental to the in-house experience you guys have had that Slacks now took over. And so now he does the same thing over there, and that's how I know. I'm like, oh, if Zag is over there, everyone's in great hands. Like I completely trust that guy. He's freaking amazing. As Art knows, you know, Zag was on our team for the longest time. So they're the ones that were telling me about it, and they were like, you know, we're over here and checking out. And just at the time, Rocket Scooter wasn't you know, we had just launched, and you know, we didn't anticipate explosive growth like we've experienced, which is awesome, so fast. But you know, still you know, you stay friends with everybody, especially people that work or even volunteer for us. Everybody goes and for their own career or whatever they're doing out there, they're only going to want to work at quality places. That's how I know it's a quality place. Clearly, it comes for quality. People can learn about what Rocket Scooter offers. You can show people how to pass the paper trading challenge, how to manage risk. It's harder, and I'm not going to lie, it's harder to do this than to do what I was doing in my own account. I give myself much greater tolerances there. Now, again, you can trade as low as you want in one of these eval accounts just to give yourself that ability to tailor your risk. The smaller you trade, the longer it takes to get there while being safe. So what I'm going to teach you guys today, if everybody comes, by the way, everyone's in the extended trial. We made an announcement. So this is something that's really going to happen. I want you guys to know. A long time ago, we had a 50% off lifetime, 50, right? And literally, I don't know, 50 plus people signed up over the weekend at $1,500. Rocket Scooter for life, forever, right? Way back in the day, before the platform was even launched. It was like a, you know, early bird thing. And so we very rarely have lifetime specials. And lifetime is all your data feeds are comped forever. All the new features are comped. Everything comes out, full access. There's actually extra lifetime perks, lifetime channels, lifetime communities that even go deeper. Like, you know, those tools people make for each other. Some of the lifetime folks have their own channels. They blend different kinds of techniques. It's a little bit more of like a, this is just your home for life kind of feel. And that's like the crew of crews. And so the folks in the lifetime community are ones that have picked up to help us design and create new tools, join the research and project teams. I mean, there's all, you basically just dive in, and it's not just you know, it's like you immediately feel the difference when you join lifetime. And we've got, I don't know, 600-700 lifetime folks. So it's big. We're doing if you're in the extended trial for this week, 30% off of lifetime for this week only. I announced in Discord, so it makes, again, it's, remember, think lifetime, forever. Your data feeds with TradingView that you usually have, your data feeds with anyone else usually have, you're paying, you know, $20, $30, $50, whatever a month for life. It adds up to tens of thousands of dollars. So our lifetime is only 3, and if you do 30% off of that, or sorry, did I say 30? 25%. What did I announce? See, I'm still not awake yet. Hold on 1 second. 25% off, sorry. 25% off. And it makes it $22.50, which again pays itself off in a year of the monthly. That is not the gift, but that is one of that is not the gift, but that is one of the gifts. Hold on one second. Okay, let me look. Okay, so I'm gonna do the DD band. Sorry, I'm multitasking. It does get pretty hard to multitask. Running the software company. What are these lines for? Oh, these are the gap fills. Okay. In the mornings, do my team meetings. I'm always pulled like 1,000 directions. I'm on spaces, so sometimes it's going to be a little hard for me to be consistent on always talking. So sometimes I have to mute the mic. Trying to help Ashton with something really quick. So sorry about the delays. 40742. Upper DD band, give or take. Lower DD band, 40153. Do I think we see SPY hit MHP or HP today? It's very possible. Like clearly the market has, right? We've moved. Let me show this really quick. So let me show you guys this right now. We'll talk about all the different things we have. S&P is supporting on a yellow line. When you do support on a yellow line, that's pretty solid, at least for a possible move up to the upside. DD being 0.78. It's going to want to touch the upper band before the lower band. So chances are we will trade somewhere in here. I would like to trade down here, right, to buy against that buffer of not touching the bottom band first. Back up towards there, obviously, today. Chasing this to the upside. Like I said, starting the ETF account, the trick is to be picky. And be picky and be picky. And right out the door, you want to be picky. You don't want to ever take any gambles. So chasing highs, you can miss out. Dips only. My normal account, I would chase a BLU and then cost average into it. Be given only 3 minis to trade, which means 30 micros. I can't have that granularity to do that here. So that's possibly what I'm going to do is trade micros, combination of micros and minis. Now clearly NASDAQ and S&P are going to be only what I'm trading. My personal account challenge is still going on, but we just launched our partnership with ETF last Thursday. So the goal was always to, obviously we got to do something cool on the stream while you guys are waiting for like whatever it is we're planning. Ash and I are going to change the focus of the content as well, like together, and over the next couple of weeks you're going to start seeing different stream content as well. So remember, we're not just like, you know, straight streaming one particular focus. You know, as a trading platform, you know, we will pivot and do something. So now the partnership's active, we're going to focus on, you know, the greater business purpose as well. And that was something that I'm excited to present to you guys for sure. Friday was the first loss of the challenge, so still going on. I'm going to mirror trades here and there though, so that's what I'm going to do. And to make it even cooler, we have a patch coming out in 2 days. Finally, alerts. I've been building that all week. So the first 2 alerts we're going to have are hedge pressure breaks and UVXY bull wall alert. So we're going to have the first trial of the rules that are going to be in the rule assist mode. So we're building that stuff now. That's like the most important thing. So everybody's been wanting alerts, so I'm excited to bring those out. That mode 1 trade worked pretty well. Yeah, absolutely. So y'all gotta bear with me because we're doing so many things at Rocket Scooter. So, you know, sometimes we're gonna have to pivot, make something new, create something new, show off something new. Clear with alerts coming out, I do need to start trading options again on top of the new path that we're taking, where Ashton's gonna start teaching some courses starting next week, new Rocket Scooter based courses related to options. So obviously I do want to feature trading some options as well on the stream. So it's gonna be hard for me to do like 5 things at once. I gotta be very like meticulous about when and what I can do. So big believer in the prop firms, man. Lots of good ones. Use a trade copier, can trade multiple at once on Ninja. Why use your own money? LOL. I mean, everyone has a reason for doing it, right? Aim to get 10% of the profit target per trading day, and it's so much easier. As Little Blue is saying, I believe so. Yeah, it's best to ignore the nominal value of the accounts. Don't act like it's 250K account. Exactly. Act like it's your maximum loss per day. You act like it's that size of an account. Somebody says, Matt, you have too many things going on. I'm telling you, I do. I have way too many things going on, but it's the best part. You know, trading's a journey, and obviously it's fun to have a lot of things going on. It's fun to build a trading platform. It's fun to be on podcasts. It's fun to travel and go to conferences. But what we really want to do is get Rocket Scooter out there as much as possible, so you guys can see the platform and the risk management style. As we are a risk management platform, it makes perfect sense for me to be doing something like a very hard funding program challenge to show off the capabilities of it being possible. As those of you that are looking to get a funded account, this is the best way to do it without having to risk your own money, which is great only if you're good at trading, right? And we tout ourselves as being the best educational trading program on the planet. Clearly, we teach people risk management. If I can get 80% at the peak in a 28-day period without ever taking a losing day, as long as I maintain and balance my drawdown, I'll follow those same rules here, position sizing, and only trade certain types of trades. And I timed out how long it would take for me to get the 250 and the 150. So this is a different style. I wanted to test both of them out to see which one I like trading better in this environment. So it has to do with the bear and bull environments. Some of these will be easier to trade with different environments that you're in as well. So there's a whole secret that I can see reading between the lines, and we're going to teach a class today. So if you guys join the extended trial, do this for me really quick. right? So the two things we have going on, we've almost had 1,000 new accounts on our extended trial to check it out. Either people checked it out or tried to sign up or anything. Like we've literally had almost 1,000 new user accounts created for people to check it out, because our $199 a month platform and education and full service is $35 a month for 3. If you guys do that, you can join our program for $35 a month for 3 months. That's the only time we're ever going to do it. If you guys check it out, today we're going to teach the full class on how to do a trader funding program. If you join lifetime this week only, it's 25% off, and that's the lowest it's ever going to go. So that was very popular, and those of you that are signing up for it, I will tell you, those if you're in our lifetime group, feel free, if you've been here for any particular time in lifetime, let the folks know if you have any opinions or thoughts about it. The Zoom call will immediately be when the stream is over. So in about 30 minutes, give or take. Do I trade 0-day DTE? I trade next expiration, and if it's on Friday, it will be a 0 DTE. For SPY and QQQ, since you can have expiring weekly options on a daily basis now, I particularly don't try to trade 0 DTE. I at least put 1 or 2 days on it so I can walk away with something if I'm wrong. I hate that lotto feel that you lose everything or gain everything. On any options day trade, I tend to limit my loss to 20 or 30%. Period on any trade. So I don't go, like, imagine I have 100K in an account. I don't put 50K on one options play. If I have 100K in an account and I'm trading like one particular options trade, I might put 2K on it, right? 2% max loss if I go to 0 on a 0 DTE, right? So 2,000 on a 100,000 account, 2% max loss. Lose 2,000, make 4,000. You know, either make 100% or make 0. You know, it's kind of like you're playing like that, which is a great tolerance. Like 2 to 4% on an account is actually pretty good. If I'm trading any type of day trading of non-0 DTE, I don't assume I'll lose it all. I'll take 20 to 30% loss on the trade, not on the account. So if I put in 2,000 and I lose 600 bucks, I'll pull the plug on a non-0. So it's 30% of 2% per stock. So if I did a Tesla call or something. Thank you. Is about to hit the DD band. Yeah, and this is one of those things, and S&P is about to fill a gap as well. So here's a gap fill on S&P. Let me just start real quick. So QQQ, DD, upper DD on NASDAQ has just been tapped. So let's show the rules today, right? So this is how, let's just go through liquidity map and everything that today would happen. So first and foremost, what I do is I look for the rational, irrational signs. We had fully rational market today, nice and clean. Market opens right here. Where's my... Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my... Wait. Okay, so my pin is not connected. Oh, wait, let me get the other one real quick. I lost my other two of these. It's it has to have like a... It's okay. I'll just use my mouse. Wait. Okay, so I'll just use my mouse and I'll draw this. The first thing you do is you look at DD band and you come in here and you draw the resistance. Like nice and stable. Bull side stays bullish 96% of the time in the back test when DD is positive, bullish, which is greater than half. The bull zone holds. Okay. The other rule is when DD is greater than half and market's rational, it wants to touch the upper band before the lower band. That rule checked out right out the door. The next thing is resilience, right? Resilience, looking at what we see. Long and strong. Resilience shows support. Like this is very strong. It's greater than 10. It's greater than 0. Like everything is positive, positive, positive. So the idea that you open and support the upper band, we call this type 2 resilience, which means this is support. Type 1 means this is support. So if you're inside of the band, like you open and trade inside of it, then I look for us to support here to go. So we opened, traded up, and supported here. Now my thought is type 2 to there. So everything's pretty textbook today. Monthly hedge resilience is also really long and strong, so it tells me that monthly hedge is going to stay long and strong to there. Last but not least, you pull up the BLD on liquidity map. As you see, BLD shows that you have this particular resistance path. If there's support and resistance, buyers and sellers here. If you start here at the open, yellow, back to open, yellow, back to open. So resilience as it supports here to there, open, here, back to open, extends that to there as well. So everything today was long from here, double down long from here, exit right there. This is as textbook as it gets. I didn't talk about this trade plan today, but anybody set it up like this and take that. Feel free to raise your hand and say, I saw that and I took that. You guys take it? Nom Nom did? Nice. What chart is this? Fausto? Which one? This is a QQQ chart. So that's how that sets up today. And yes, as somebody had asked, I'm doing fine, but my doctor has asked me to cut back on my stress level. I was hospitalized twice 2 weeks ago. Hypertensive crisis. Blood pressure 180 plus. No bueno. So I'm going through like lots of changes personally. It's just because I'm not sleeping, not eating well. I usually work out every day and I stopped doing that. So we talked about it last week. I'm going to start making some lifestyle changes. I got to ease up on my stress. I can't go out there and die for y'all's entertainment. Who am I? Russell Crowe in The Gladiator? Are you not entertained? I'm trying not to drink energy drinks anymore. So first thing I'm cutting out. So y'all just got to bear with me. But, you know, I spend 6 to 8 hours a day working on the trading platform, like development, coding, talking with the developers. It's a 24-hour gig. We have developers all around the clock working. We have developers on Indian time zone, developers in London time zone, developers in Chicago time zone. So all around the clock, I'm doing that. We're creating a new trading program, so all around the clock we're doing that. We're creating a new educational tree on the website, doing that. Spaces, gonna be traveling for some conferences. There's just so much that goes on, which is great. So I got to kind of like do some yoga or something in between. Watching Dr. Dean Ornish and YouTube videos. Oh yeah. Blue Edge took it and got out early. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Sorry guys, I'm behind on the comments. Is it valid to short from upper DD band if rejected? Yes, but we don't have a rule or a specific rule that says that that is a good trade to make when all things are bullish, right? Discretionary, I use this as an exit target more than entry target. When buyers and sellers find each other, markets are random. So when random markets happen, you need to go to DD and resilience to give yourself a bias shift, right? DD's long and strong, then you know that this is resistance and that's support, right? So if you do frame a short, you just have to use R&R. The reward is here. The risk needs to be less than the reward, clearly, to make it greater than 1-to-1. So Austin, that is, it's not something I would personally do, but if I were to short, that is the only place you can short from today, in my opinion. Does that make sense? Rebounding exercises. Siren, what is the rebounding exercise? Teach me some of that. Owen's been hypertension a lot, bad blood pressure even when you were playing college ball. Were you a pitcher, Owen? What position did you play? Good coffee with breakfast, nice bottle of wine at dinner, share the ball with Nicole. LOL, yeah. When SPY hit the highest call wall, will we expect a reaction? We don't have a rule for the call walls having any interaction with the direction of price. What the rule is has to do with the interaction point between bull and bear zones. Inside of here, the call walls themselves don't present any kind of resistance. If there was a bear wall up in here, then there'd be resistance. An example is you go to the walls and you click monthly mode, right? You can see that inside of this range, 370 is the highest put wall. Even in the monthly scale, there are no resistances, right? What school did you play for, Owen? I forgot to ask you. Maybe you told me before. I forgot. After 3 months out, what is the new monthly price, Bob? The price is stated on the website. Currently, right now, you can get, it's $199 is the base price, and during our launch special, which ended the last day of February, I need to change that. It ended, and it was 99 bucks a month if you got in before then. So just for the folks that are doing the extended trial, I'm going to tell you there is a gift at the end if you stay to the 3rd month. Trust me when I say you won't dislike the gift. If you want to be part of Rocket Scooter, it's not going to be a massive lifetime bonus is what we're doing now. If you sign up this week, it's 25% off lifetime, and that's it, and it goes back to 3K. So $22.50 lifetime. It's your data feeds, all platform upgrades, full access to me, full access to Ashton. If you signed up, I said yesterday before midnight, I'll give you a free one-on-one to go with it, just to train on anything you want for 2 hours, just you and me. Find your worst or hardest to understand topic, and we can go one-on-one, strictly me and you. So I know I said that midnight last night, but I will, since the stream wasn't active, and of course it's a weekend, I'll say that today, midnight tonight, we'll add a one-on-one to the mix. That's it, midnight your time. Palm Beach, Atlantic Ocean, nice. Who here is in the lifetime group? If you want to tell the folks here that maybe are on the fence, like I said, y'all are going to spend your whole life learning trading. That's a bad day in the market for some people, but you get lifetime data feeds. That's where the value comes in. Just when I say you can nickel and dime your $25, $30 a month data feed for the rest of your life. $300, $400 a year data feeds. Normally by itself, like a trading view or something else. But all feature upgrades that we have, you know, that might have like an a la carte price, like we might have like a new feature that comes out, $20 a month add-on, you'll get it for free in lifetime. So who here enjoys the lifetime program, and do y'all think it's worth it, and how long have y'all been here? Yeah, we'd love for y'all to check it out. If you've been here for a month, you're like, man, I really like what these guys have. That's it. And the extended trial, there will not be a 25% off lifetime discount. So the prize or present at the end is not free lifetime or anything. The prize or present at the end is going to be related to like the monthly membership or the yearly membership. So if lifetime is your goal, this is the best you will ever get. Your own success is the prize, Amarath. I need like to write your sayings on a poster. Is a lifetime discount for current monthly members? Yes, it is, TD. Available for everybody. Everybody that's a monthly member. 100%. But yeah. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. I'm like sleeping more. I'm probably spending less time in the Discord just for my for my health. People keep asking like, so I'm definitely surviving. That's good. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me something to snack on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm gonna grab me a snack really quick, you guys. So those of you lifers in here, let me read what y'all said. So if you guys are in the lifetime group, and you have some new aspiring potential lifetime candidates here, tell them about your experience here. I'd love to hear more about it. I have to go get my windshield repaired on the Maserati today. It's got a cracked windshield. Cracked so much I can't even see out the drive. Get hit with like a massive rock. I thought I wrecked my car. Most updated yellow and red line in Discord, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you guys have said lifetime is totally worth it, guys. Best purchase you made in trading, hands down. You are in lifetime. Alex, 2 years. Yeah, Alex been here for a while. TD, yes, lifetime discount available for current members. It's only for this week. On Friday it goes away, so make your decision. It's a great deal, I think, for people that are looking to just knock it out. It's very inexpensive. We don't want to make it where you're paying like 5, 10, 20 grand. A lot of people have been, you know, in the recession, money's tight. We've always had our lifetime be very inexpensive. Maddie West, loving it so far, really helping with daily bias. Cool. Lifetime is worth it. Wish you had 2K. What a great deal. Matt, can you please post updated yellow and red? Yep, I can. Tremendous value, even at full price. Been here a year. Never discuss your accounts. We'll say it if you're willing to learn the process. You can make the cost of lifetime rather quick. How much is the lifetime version? It's with the discount. Remember. So $29.99 reg, which will go up as we increase like our breadth of what we do. Like if we have crypto and Forex and futures and all that other stuff, it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger because lifetime will come with everything. But at the current price now, $29.99. So it's what, $22.50? That's it. $2 grand. Most of our members, most of them, a vast majority of them, over the last amount of time, ultimately go to lifetime. Let's run the scanner. We're looking at liquidity pocket breakouts. Let's go ahead and add a liquidity map current. And let's pop it in with a BLU, BLD. All the bull setups in liquidity pockets. Ones that are right on the edge, like hedge pressure edge. CI is looking a great setup on a BLD hedge break. CI here to here. Illiquidity pocket. Hedge to hedge. Or you guys just check out the extended trial. That's all. The thing that we want everybody to know is the extended trial. It makes them $199 a month, $35. I mean, it just exploded in popularity, and we're so happy you guys are checking out and liking it. So going forward, today when we get out of here, I'm going to do a class on how to do trader funding accounts. I'm going to teach my secret setup and strategy for that. What I'm going to do and why I'm going to do it and how I'm going to set up what I call my spreadsheet, my guide, my trade plan guide. And so every time you're going to trade an account and you set parameters, there's always a way to do it. No matter what your account size is, no matter what you do, there's always a certain thing of parameters you must do with every trading account, whether it's yours or a funded account. If you don't do the steps I'm about to teach you today in this class, which will be on Zoom, and you have to go to our Discord, and you have to be either in our extended trial or our program to go through it. Every trading account you ever manage must follow these steps of planning how you will approach trading that account. Everything from drawdown, position limits, win rates, all that stuff we're going to talk about. How you frame your account. They give you, ETF gives me a 250,000 Eval, which has a certain drawdown of 4,300 bucks. The 24 contracts to trade. If your brain doesn't tell you that's a math equation you need to solve, then you're not trading correctly in your real account either. You should always consider these things, how much you're willing to lose, how much you can lose. It's going to go into the risk interval, the DD bands. If you guys know rocket scooter stuff, you're going to understand how you now will, and this is the advanced position sizing class, obviously, and we'll teach it through ETF. So the idea is I've always, my position sizing class in futures has been touted by many of the folks out there as one of the best things I teach. Even Mel Stone from Black Box Stocks came to my position sizing class I did way back before Rocket Scooter was a platform that was launched. And because of that, she's asked me for years, you need to make a futures trading course. Everything related to futures. S&P is not upper DD band. She says, these are the things that I've never seen people teach. People come in and talk charts and talk indicators, and that's it. The things that you must do when trading an account, very few people ever touch on, and I touch on all of it. All the different things related to risk, how much you can lose, how to leverage correctly, how to position correctly, all that stuff is a masterclass in trading with risk management. It will be today. Do not miss out on that. Are you ready to come out? If you need access to the extended trial, even 35 bucks for the month, you can come to this class today. Cancel anytime. It's our full unlocked $199 a month package with Rocket Scooter. You guys can come check it out. S&P has filled its upper gap. SPY also went to DD bands. You guys want to see this really quick? Top left, my screen. SPY at DD, that's probably the resistance for today. Down over here. SPY bull long up, nice and straight, ran right up to fill the gap as well. That's it. RS for life, baby. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. And we are excited to present alerts. 2 days coming out. 1 second. Hey. If it's despite at upper DD, is this a good time to swing puts? I would not bet on a reversal off of DD personally. And I can't tell you what to do with your account. Bull markets with bull setups, I don't bet against. It's a gamble. It's a 50-50 shot. So understand that when buyers and sellers find each other, let's get a SPY really quick. Anytime you have buyers like a gap and go or shorts squeezing, buyers and sellers find each other, it's random from that point. It's just like a liquidity pocket. Like you go through here, it's random. So anytime markets are random, the only way to solve a tie and a tie break on random is you zoom out and consult DD and resilience to look at the strength of the market. Okay. DD being 0.78 is going to give you some answers. Okay. 0.78 means bull zone is supporting, right? So if I were to plan a trade today, my maximum downside would be here on the DD roll. Resilience long and strong and positive, and my maximum downside on resilience would be here on the DD roll. So this one is the more conservative target than this one. So any puts I would buy would go from here to here. It doesn't mean it's a bad trade, but the evidence to me is the market is bullish. Whether it can take off, I would be only planning what's possible in a bull market. So obviously if I were buying puts, they would be very, very tight inside of here. Does that make sense? Now, Shay, this is not telling you what to do with your account, but when you plan out your trade, you don't need to ask me what I think. Do the same type of analysis and tell me what you think. So swinging puts, okay. So if you're gonna swing puts, so you're basically just buying a directional put, right? Anytime you buy a put, you always should buy a put off of something, which is correct. You're buying a put off of something, okay? Great. It's not it went up, let me buy a put. It's now that we've exhausted the long, should I buy puts? That's not a terrible approach. That's a great approach, right? Oh, oops, my bad. Hold on. Okay, back to SPY. So the idea is, okay, hold on. Give me a second. So I'm about to talk on safe. Oh, absolutely. So, you know, when we have our, especially when you guys look in our Discord, you'll see how the education set up. There's entries. Well, there's, first of all, there's risk management, then entries and exits. Risk management is like if markets are rational or irrational. Today's perfectly rational, like no problems. Then the entries is like a BLU, right? So one of the opening targets is if you trade at the open, with resilience being positive, I long at the open. Where do I take profits? I have 4 places I take profits. One is a daily gap fill, which is 407.25 on SPY. So I always go back on a daily chart and mark on my gap fills. So every closing print that never regained traction to those levels, whether it's up or down, mark. The most important pivot on any chart is a gap fill on a longer term basis. It's always a bulk of buyers and sellers. It's guaranteed high volume when you tap it. SPY is literally reversing there right now. Doesn't mean it's going to sell off, but that's the sellers, right? So what I do is I have 4 ways to pick profits. The second one is those DD bands, which happen to be right in the same place. As you guys, y'all have that indicator we gave y'all. The other things are something called illiquidity pivots. It's a more detailed, longer term sort of swing type play. And so of those 4 things, or 3 things, and then one is an opposing wall. So for instance, if a bull zone runs into a bear wall, right, then that's obviously an exit, buyers and sellers. So the goal is to find, if you're long, to find where sellers will be. If you're short, find where buyers will be. And so an example today, a long play would exhaust at the gap fill. That's the closest one of the 4. So it's the most conservative one. My reward is anchored there. If I long at the open, I know how much distance to get there. Then I have a stop loss that's adequate so that it's greater than 1-to-1. So obviously what I do is if I'm really, really bullish, I'll close out most of my position at the first resistance and then just hold a runner if I want to hold a runner. Since we hit 2 resistances at the same time, like DD band and gap fills are at the same spot, I would close out the entire thing, right? 2 giant buffers that I'm going to have a hard time passing. So I always try to take profits with those 4 things: gap fills, opposing walls, illiquidity pockets in the upper DD band or lower DD band. So obviously today with the ratio being greater than half, as you guys know, it runs to the upper band first. And that's my normal trade plan is liquidity map up to a band. or down to a band if I'm shorting. If there's anything that's in between that, like a gap fill, I usually take caution and take profits along the way. But those bands are pretty much what I try to target most days as my exit, for sure. Sorry, I was asking. Okay. So, sorry, it's Shay. I was talking on the space, but basically it's Shay. So on your end, is it right to trade puts? Okay, so you have to ask yourself the same question. So let's draw it out for you really quick, right? You should never buy puts, and this is not for you, this is for everybody. You should never buy puts because market's going up. You should always buy puts because you believe the market has exhausted a long run. So it is correct if you do want to short. The only place I can see today to short from is there, so you didn't make a terrible decision. So starting off, the fact that you waited for long to exhaust to take a short doesn't mean it's the right trade or the wrong trade, but you do have the correct approach, Shay. So I'd pat you on the back for choosing an entry that's at a long exhaustion. That's pro level already. Pat on back. Okay. So number 2 is when you get here, clearly you have a gap fill and a DD band. Those are my upper targets in the long. You have 2 resistances there. You have to ask yourself, is it a good short to take? Okay. So now with all things rationally to map everything out, let me ask you a question, Shay and everyone else. DD greater than 1/2, right? Touches the upper band before the lower band. Check. Now the market keeps going. It's irrational from here. So clearly, you know, you're stopping if the market goes irrational, right? So there's already, let's just take, if you're taking the short side. So let's start mapping it out. Already you're rational up here. You can stop. You have another gap fill as well. Market dips out. I cut. Market dips back in. I'll short, right? Next thing is DD greater than 1/2. Shay, you tell me where the support is. Using the DD roll on SPY. Rational market, DD greater than 1/2. Where's SPY likely to support? So we're going to map out your trade. You want to know, is the trade worth taking? You always have to do the same steps. You have to do risk management, irrational, rational for position sizing, right? You need to do entry. You need to do exit so that you can get R&R. At open, no. DD greater than 1/2. Everybody knows what the rule is. This is a bull zone, bear zone positional bias, right? If this is greater than 1/2, SPY wants to stay in its own bull zone more often than not. So already you can draw support right here. Do you understand? So we're just trying to paint where we think our risk and reward will be. So clearly an exit target from here to here makes a lot of sense. Now in a rational market, let's look at resilience, right? Resilience. Resilience nice and strong. We're above the redistribution zone, so that's support. So now your trade just got smaller. So if I were shorting today, my reward is about there, with my risk clearly cutting and running when I go irrational. So you see how that works, everybody? So if I were to take positional swings on the short side, you have to make the decision when markets are random. So anytime buyers and sellers find each other, an example, right? Market gaps and runs, there's buyers. You smash into a resistance. These are your 2 resistances here and here, gap fill and DD band. Buyers and sellers find each other. Markets are always random. When you neutralize a long versus a short, buyers and sellers find each other, market is random. Anytime you're random, you must consult these 2 guys right here. This is no longer something that we use, right? The trade's already taken off and filled out. We've already balanced the BLU with the resistance. Now is the greater sentiment. Market's very bullish, supporting here. Resilience is strong, supporting there. So that's likely to happen today. So now when you make your trade, that's not a terrible trade to make a bet on. It's not the most probable trade statistically, but it's not a terrible trade. So you have to decide, is the risk and reward worth it for you? Now, this is just a day trade. You want to talk about swing trading. So that's the entry points that I see today. So let's go out and do a monthly map, right? Let's go ahead and plot out what does Friday look like. What do the walls look like on Friday? So clearly we're going to open up a wall. It's just an example. And going into, let's just do Friday. 404 and 403 is the split. So even by Friday, 404 is still support. 403 is resistance. So if you want to bet on a bear market, you need it to break 404 sometime this week. It's still bullish at 404 all the way till Friday. Let's bump out till the 17th. Let's see. Actually, let me see if I can't do. Let's actually just draw. Actually, I can just draw on here, make it easier for y'all. Sorry, no, not 404. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, I had daily mode clicked. I'm an idiot. Okay, single date. So I'm going to draw it for you guys right here, right? So on the 10th, it's bullish even lower. So let's go back, right? Let's look at today's liquidity map on daily. This is how you do it, Shay. So tell yourself now, today it's bullish at 404, right? With the positive DD. Now I'm going to go to single date and look just at Friday. Not only is it bullish at 404, but it's also bullish all the way down to 394. If bulls are willing to buy lower, then Friday is more bullish than Monday. Remember, if bulls are bullish at 404 and as the week goes by, they're willing to buy the dip even lower by Friday, then they're even more bullish by Friday. So a short becomes even less probable on a swing. Do you see how that works? This is the monthly map thing Ashton's going to teach next week. So you can single date months out at a time, and so 394, and then look at the monthly. A week out, it's even bullish down to 380. This market is becoming more and more bullish over the next 2 weeks. The highest probability bear trade is today and today only. It's not even that highly probable. It becomes less probable as the days go by. Does that make sense, everyone? If bulls are willing to buy lower, then they're willing to take more risk at all prices from here to that lower spot. So like an example, if I were to look at today's mode, right? At 403, people are willing to dump their bull and go short at 403. If 403 is bearish today, 403 is clearly bullish by Friday. So do we all understand that? So a swing, while a swing makes a lot of sense, if you are bearish, you have no bearishness in the market right now. So the way you have to look at it is when I see it like this, I say my shorts are only day trades to some resistance, and that's it. I don't try to bet on reversals. That's kind of suicide right there. So in general, I tell myself if I were to short, I'd short to something that matters. So if I were to buy a short, I don't see any evidence of a swing short panning out. But what I do would be I would short from here to there for today. If I got the run, I'd close it out. So as example is just teaching you my thought process. This isn't trading advice or investment advice, but I don't see any evidence of the market turning bearish for no reason. So then if I need a bearish play, I need a catalyst to come out to kick me bearish. And I need to consult the calendar when that catalyst comes out. But the idea that you thought I want to short because something happened is the smartest place to short from, if that's your stance. So fundamentally, you could be right. I could be wrong. So fundamentally, because you're not, okay, because it went up, let me short, you are, because the long trade exhausted, I want to short. That is professional level shape. Hats on back. I love that you thought that way. And you could possibly be the first one into a reversal. So does everybody get it? Risk and reward is the forefront of how you do this. But you can see that there is no evidence of a swing trade short that pans out, right? Bear zone is so far away. You could buy some cheap YOLO puts if you want to bet on a catalyst that comes between now and 2 weeks from now to kick the market lower. But I honor DD. DD does not lie. When rational resilience does not lie, the market is long and strong, right? So when it's long and strong and I do want to short, I know that I have to find that next resistance and call it a day, right? Everybody clear? We good? Any more questions? Did the stream cut out? That's just an example of a thought process. So you are not incorrect or correct. It's hard. Remember, it's trading. Either way is fine. But as an example of how I would frame it, you have to ask yourself the same questions. Where's my stop and why? Where's my exit and why? What does it look longer term since you said swing? Kick out the single dates. Look Friday to Friday. Just kind of map it out. Where is it bearish, right? And then if it's bullish at an even lower spot, bulls are becoming more bullish. And let's look at the other side, the evidence of bears canceling, right? So this week, today, bears are bearish at 403, single date. Bears are bearish even lower, 380 by the 10th. The market has to go even lower for bears to be more bearish. So not only are bulls more bullish, but bears are less bearish as well. If you have to require a lower price to short, then people need more confirmation to be short. So bulls are entering lower, bears are exiting rapidly. So you have two signs of the market being strong and long on the swing side. Potential to sell puts below MHP, that's not a terrible idea. Nation is especially gifted at selling options, right? If I were to make a trade today, it's a credit, it's a debit spread probably, right? So you want puts, you need to buy puts for something to happen. So if I were to buy puts, right, MHP break is where my puts will be sold to fund the puts I want to buy. So an example is markets here, puts are cheap, okay? At the opening of the day, where I'd leg into the puts, I'd sell down here. When they're cheaper, I'm sorry, when they're more expensive. When the puts are cheaper, I will buy puts somewhere else, right? So ideally, yes. If you want to bet on a bear break on a swing trade, like a month out or 3 weeks out, I will buy puts where the market goes negative and goes south. If it happens today, if this resistance crashes the market, then 403 break is that confirmation. The market's probably going to fall pretty hard, or even a 402 break. So I definitely want to be short here. But also betting on the bull side is I can fund a credit spread by actually making profit if it doesn't, right? And have the insurance in case it does. So an idea is that when puts are cheap, right here is when you gobble up those puts, right? I'll buy 403s and 402s like 2 or 3 weeks out. And then when puts are more expensive, I'd sell out here as well. Whether you want a credit spread, debit spread, whatever. Make sense? So betting directional buy it, like a directional short with a high risk trade to predict a pivot is very much a high risk bet. Instead, as people are saying, you take a more stable bet by selling or buying credit spread or a debit spread, whichever one makes sense. Like the lower probability bet is, in my opinion, again, not trading advice, but the hedge pressure break. It's very low probability. Markets are rational. Its back test is 11%. Right? So 89% it doesn't break. So I'm going to make the bulk of my trade on the doesn't break chance. I would rather sell puts down here than buy puts for it to go down there. Right? So as an example, if you establish a credit, if I bought puts right here and sold insane amount of out of the money puts, like a lot to make it a credit, or I could flip it around, I could sell puts right here. But I would only do it when they're more expensive. I wouldn't sell my puts at that leg. You'd have to plan out both those legs of the trade as so. You go, oh, market's bull long up. It's going to go from here to here, probably today. So then if you're in the selling options world or buying options world, you look at that and take 2 steps ahead. Okay, it's going from here to here. Puts are expensive compared to here. So here's where I sell. Here's where I buy. As an example of how you leg in. Curious why you didn't take the mode 1 res trade today with double down. Well, just like every other day, me being insanely human, I overslept. We're trying to get a new patch out with you guys for the alerts. I was up till like 4 a.m. And I literally started the stream like 5 minutes from market open, and I'm on a podcast at the same time. You guys gotta give me, y'all gotta give me some credit. It'd be nice if I just woke up with y'all and watched a stream and traded myself. But I got to balance like 19 different things in the morning. Unfortunately, I miss plays or I fuck up. Part of life. It's not easy. It's not easy being in the in the seat sometimes, just because of multitasking, and multitasking does contribute to mistakes. If I didn't have to stream or build a platform, I'm sure I could focus a little bit better, but sometimes I get yanked a bunch of ways. You know, 10, 20 people joining Rocket Scooter a day every morning. It's like I'm getting people situated while launching the stream while, hey, Matt, what's your opinion on the market right now? And this podcast calls my name. So multitasking does cause me to miss a lot. So unfortunately, I don't always trade peak performance, or of course that was a clear, easy long to take out the door for sure. But in 2 days, we'll have alerts for you guys for UVXY and hedge breaks. So we're excited to have that. Okay, so everyone, make sure extended trial. I want y'all to all check it out. If you have not yet, We'll get started in about 15 minutes for the Elite Trader Finding Kickoff Partnership training class today. We'll teach everybody how this works. I'll let you know how you can get involved if you want to try it out, and we'd love to see you all there. So everybody, check it out. We love Eval to death. Thanks for tuning in. Always fun, always a blast. I'm excited to show this off to you guys. And sorry, I'm losing my voice. I know it sounds like I got a frog in my throat. Well, Spy also had a catalyst on Friday. I overlooked that while trading. I shouldn't have done anything on Friday. Just distracted. It happens. I missed a catalyst in chat. I don't think I heard saw the word catalyst, so I just kind of overlooked something. And mistakes happen, right? That's how it works. But when you trade, you pick up. Sometimes a losing day. Losing days aren't that bad. And then you pick up. You keep trading. Like I said, 28 days up, 1 day down. Happens. But hey, I had like a month-long winning streak, which is awesome. Okay, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Come to class. Love y'all. Adios.